Hey guys, I'm Raz 高佑思，然后我现在在一个中国的工厂在拍一个视频，但是我在拍的过程中，我看了很多人给我发私信，问我一个问题：你喜欢不喜欢Liziqi？你觉得它算不算中国文化输出？然后我其实想了很久，我记得对Liziqi的理解还是从17年开始，因为我觉得我对他做的事情有一种理解，值得分享一下。然后我会用英文说，因为我怕我中文说的不清楚。Actually, I remember that back in the summer of 2017, she had a lot of haters who were doubting the real intentions behind her videos. And then she put out this article that explains how many of the materials she does herself and how much hard work she puts in it and how real and authentic her content is. She even said that that kind of hate brought some kind of suffering and pain to her grandmother. And she really stopped to make videos for a while. And that time I was also very shocked. I was very angry. As an audience of her and also as a person who takes a lot of his time making videos about China, I think it's important to stand up and speak about this topic and share with you guys my angle and also the whole 外国人社会的视角. I would like to answer two questions. First, why do so many people around the world, including me, follow and like her content? And the second question is, does the content she does in her videos count as Chinese culture export? So my answer is quite simple. I think what Liziqi delivers is out of context of the industrialization that is so accessible and constructed by the technology and advanced societies of Europeans and Americans. In the last 3 years, when I really put all of my life with my team to try to learn about what kind of content we can talk and explore about China. And I watched thousands of videos. We have analyzed, watched hours and hours of videos about China. A lot of them just talk about the epic fast bullet trains, 5G, Chinese tech, Chinese developed cities, all these like, Waimai, Kuaidi, and it's like incredibly developed China. And a lot of these videos are very interesting. They're very alluring. And in some ways, we did a lot of these videos too. All these videos that relate to technology and innovation, developed China, they are not as popular as others. Because once you try to show them that China is already developed, China has this, for a lot of the audience, they're like, yeah, we also have that, or, well, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of in their world. So that kind of viral impact or that new understanding of China lacks a bit of touch. Majority of reasons because the Western, they have already have 300 years of the Industrial Revolution. They have already lived under this world for many years and it's been part of their lifestyle. So when they see that China is like that, it's not really a big surprise. And for this reason, a lot of the things that actually make people understand and appreciate the culture are beyond these more like materialistic ways to explain a nation or a culture. Exactly the same thing is happening in my country. A lot of people think of Israel as a place where there's innovation, a lot of smart people, Jewish people, and sometimes people say a lot of war. But actually, a lot of people from America, from England, Russia, even China, when they come to Israel, the one thing that makes them most impressed is not all this incredible innovation, technology, and the lifestyle of Israelis. It's actually when they go to the kibbutz, when they go to our most simple way of living. It's communities where everyone shares everything. Nobody owns anything. Everyone lives in a simple sharing lifestyle in these small communities, in these beautiful areas in Israel, and everyone is so happy. And this is what leaves the biggest impact for people traveling to Israel for. The main reason I think Liziqi is very popular is because the world that she lives in, the world that she shows, is completely different than a lot of her audience's world. The more industrial, service-based economies living in big cities, big industrial cities. And their family is used to a certain lifestyle that is, in many ways, high pressure, high expectation, and not many ways out. So when we watch these kind of videos, it's kind of that space in our heart that tells us, wow, it's this way of living that we really are made for. We're actually jealous and in some ways wanna step out of these extremely high-pressure societies that we live in. See yourself in there. See yourself running out of this high-pressure world of competition, of money, of greed. I think many people that don't have any clue about what China is about when they see for the first time a video like Liziqi's pre-modern or anti-industrial way of expressing a culture actually really touches what these people are really about. And it doesn't happen only in China or Israel. I think many other places, the most moving stories, the most real people, the way people truly are born, think and develop, come from these kind of societies. And there's no wonder that these kind of videos are really the ones that are the number one on YouTube that's related to China. Now the second question is even more important. Is that count as Chinese culture exportation? There's a lot of haters who say that what she does caters stereotypes about China. They say that what she does makes people see China in a more undeveloped, traditional way and not in a more new, cool and advanced way that they wish to. And I think here there's a big problem among the Chinese audience, because a lot of times when I'm in China, I think people are very sensitive about traditional China and sort of developed new China. People are trying to take traditional and modern and separate them and think that everything traditional is old, undeveloped, unnecessary, and we want to ignore it. And everything developed and modern is cool, and that's what we're proud of. And I think this has a big contradiction. Cultures like the Chinese culture and even the Jewish culture, we come from thousands of years of history that shaped all of us. There's no way that we should ever try to take traditional and modern and separate it. The only difference it does, the feelings that come through the audience about China could be different. When you watch something more traditional, simple, you feel warm. You feel the family values. You feel that hardworking young millennial who is taking care of a grandmother. You're feeling touched, feeling moved. You're feeling this is a unique way of living. When you see a more developed side in modern China, you might think like, oh, cool. They're fashionable. They're like leading the world in many things. And that's kind of like a, wow, impressive. Well, the other one is more like relatable. And these both things have a very positive impact. And actually, from the numbers speaking right away, not only Liziqi, but also the videos we did, the more traditional side of China actually is much more accepted and loved by the foreign audience. Not a bad thing to love a culture's history or traditional or more simplistic side. It's actually a blessing. There is no need to try to look for a one-dimensional, super developed, super advanced side of yourself or a country. We all need to have our multi-dimensional sides. And when we are talking about China culture export, it's going to lead to the Zhonghua. On this note, the biggest message I wanted to make through these videos is that we should all work together to make thousands more of multi-dimensional Liziqi. We live in such a complicated world that's full of misunderstandings and stereotypes that take a step back and, hey, this is definitely a way to show China to the world. And I think because we do it for so many years and I follow her for so many years, I wanted to come up and speak. I thought it was my duty to come up and say something about it. And I hope you guys also have a good takeaway from this video. Please repost this video to make more people see and support her, but also support a multi-dimensional culture export of China. So thank you so much. And I'm gonna go back to my factory and show a more industrial side of China, which is another dimension. Bye-bye. Thank you.